It is always game day in Cleveland, brought to you by our friends at Smiley One and Bryant, Cleveland's or Northeast Ohio's premier heating and cooling solution. Daryl, tell us more, my friend.
Myles Garrett didn't even make the box score. And again, I'm not picking on him. I'm just, here it is. 95 did not make the box score yesterday. And he played his butt off. Again, I'm not criticizing him, but and then you didn't have
even have a partial tackle yesterday?
Nope, nothing. Wow. Didn't make the box score. So that's a little concerning. And again, my concern is how effective can Garrett be playing with that shoulder injury. Last season, he was able to do it, and okay, it worked. But right out of the gate here, you didn't have anything to show for it. And Garrett yesterday, I'm looking it up right now. Myles played. He played 57 defensive snaps, 89%. Okay. So 57 of 64 possible defensive snaps. Nothing to show for it in the box score. Like, that never happens.
No, I know.
That never happens. And again, I can't stress this enough. I'm not criticizing Myles Garrett. I'm not picking on him. But the fact that he was as ineffective as he was, and then nobody else around him, go back to that defensive box score. And, no sacks for the Browns on Sunday. They had 2 pass breakups. Those went into MJ Emerson and Anthony Walker. They had 2 quarterback hits. That was Maurice Hurst and Grant Delpit. That's it. They tackles for loss, 1. Halasi. That's it. The defense yesterday did nothing. They really didn't do anything. I mean, this is the most empty box score that I have seen from this defense this season. There's nothing there. They're all zeros everywhere. Tackles for loss, quarterback pressures and hits, sacks, goose eggs. No turnovers created, goose eggs everywhere. So I feel like that's a byproduct of Myles being hurt. That's a byproduct of no Denzel Ward being available to them. And that's a byproduct of the ineffectiveness of everybody else filling in. And maybe that's why Kevin Stefanski on 4th and 5 from his own 30 said, the hell with it. Go for it. What can happen, right? Well, what happened is...
you give them a touchdown, yeah.
Well, what can happen was exactly what happened. David Njoku can't catch the ball on 4th down. A few plays later, Rams get into the end zone again, and now game is over. And what was a tight competitive game now looks like a blowout on the scoreboard because,
well, it's a good thing we don't have the college football committee deciding on who's getting in the playoffs.
Oh, come on. They got it right. They got it right. 100%.
I don't know, man. No, they just didn't have the guts to tell the SEC they can't get. They can't.
No, you know what?
No, yes, they did. I don't want to hear
it.
Man, if you're a Power 5 team and you go undefeated, you deserve to be in the Final Four.
I have no sympathy for the ACC. You want to know why?
I'm not talking about it's because they have no guts to tell the SEC. That's what it is.
No,
that is what it is. It's all garbage. We'll get there next year. If they had their way, ESPN would have Ohio State in there too.
Hey, listen.
They would. They would expand the playoffs today to do it.
The ACC, right? Florida State's conference.
Yeah.
All the crocodile tears coming out of the state of Florida and the ACC. Look, ACC voted against 12-team playoff for this year. So had they voted for the 12-team playoff, guess what? We're not having this discussion. Florida State's in, Ohio State's in, Georgia's in, right? I mean, we have the tournament. So I have zero sympathy for the ACC or Florida State. You guys didn't want expanded playoffs. Well, you reap what you sow. And I'm sorry for as unfair as it is, but quality of play in the playoff matters. Florida State, the video of Michigan, the groaning, and then we're supposed to clap. Okay, we're happy. When Alabama came up in number 4, like they were praying it was going to be Florida State because Michigan was going to destroy them. Okay, so now you went from watchable. I watched the ACC championship. That Florida State offense struggled. It was like watching the Browns. It was like watching the New England Patriots right now.
So what we're saying is style points matter, and even
Absolutely,
if your quarterback,
they do. 100%
that's garbage.
they do.
It's not the way you play it on the field. I think you're wrong, Daryl. As a
I,
matter of fact,
I'm not saying that that's my view of the world, but that's the College Football Playoff Committee's view of the world. Style points matter.
All they care about is making money, which, to me, I still don't understand how they ended up with Ohio State and Missouri in the Sugar Bowl. You'd make more money if you had Ohio State Georgia rematch. If you ask me, I'd rather watch that.
Yeah, but
do you think Ohio State Missouri does nothing for me?
Here's
and meanwhile, the transfer portal today is on fire. It's on absolute fire right now.
I know it is. Here's my thing. Ohio State didn't deserve to be in the playoff. The year they made it without making the Big Ten championship game, I didn't feel they deserved to be in the playoff. If you can't play for your conference championship, you shouldn't be in a 4-team college football playoff.
But the conference championship in the Big Ten is a big joke. It is a big joke because you can't have Ohio State and Michigan on opposite sides for fear that they wouldn't play each other.
Well,
come on. Are you trying to tell me Iowa? You're going to tell me the Big Ten championship really wasn't Ohio State and Michigan?
Listen,
it was Ohio State and Michigan. Don't try to dress it up. You can put perfume on a pig. It's still a pig. And guess what? That's a pig.
Had Ohio State, or I should say, had Michigan lost to Iowa, guess who was in the college football playoff then? Florida State.
Say that again.
Had Iowa beat Michigan, guess who's in the play? By the way, very cute. Very cute. Wow. You know what? I'm impressed. You learned how to use a keyboard. This is new for you.
Okay.
Andy Baskin knows how to use a keyboard. Funny guy over there.
Just letting you know.
Let me know when Jeff Phelps knows how to answer a phone.
Oh, my God. You're ruthless on that. Absolutely ruthless. I do have this other topic. I got to wait till next subject. So if you want to yell about college football for a little bit more, too. Are you surprised Kyle McCord's out? This is way more fun than talking about.
Yeah,
how
I'm a little surprised by it, and I will say that the reaction is a little disappointing. Like everyone's celebrating. A lot of Buckeye fans seem to be celebrating that he's leaving through the transfer portal. Look, there's no question the Achilles heel of the Buckeyes this past season was the quarterback. And
that's insane. Go back and look at his numbers. He's not the same quarterback that we've seen before. I watched every minute of every Ohio State game, and I don't want to hear it. The kid threw for 200-300 yards in every game. They did a nice job against Notre Dame. He didn't climb the ladder in the last game against Michigan. If he does, no one's talking anything. Same with the idiots that think Ryan Day should be gone. I'm tired of all of you. I am. Right. I'm just tired.
By the way, Ryan Day goes bye-bye next year. You heard it here first. Oh, and Jim Harbaugh not going to be back in Michigan. That's my other prediction. I think Jimmy Harbaugh is going to go to the NFL.
Why? If Ryan Day can go out and get himself a quarterback, why would he leave? He doesn't get one in the portal right now. Plus, I love the fact that everyone's telling me what Ryan Day is going to do. You talk to me after Ohio State has an athletic director. What? I don't want to hear anything else about Ohio State and Ryan Day until they have an athletic director. And when they have an athletic director, then you can come talk to me about what's going to happen at Ohio State at the head coach's position for football.
I'm just making predictions. I
hear a lot of people talking about
Ryan
that.
Day
I like Ryan
next
Day,
season on the hot seat.
I'm just so tired of the.
He's going to have to go find a quarterback in the portal.
I mean, I've lived the John Cooper era. I hosted the John Cooper show a couple times.
And guess what we're watching?
We are not in the John Cooper era. We are not.
Yes, we are.
This is not. And by the way, next year when they go to 12 teams, how many of Cooper's teams would have made the playoffs if they had a 12-team playoff then?
They are 2.
They all would have
against Michigan and in the college football playoff. That is crapola. If you're at Ohio State, Andy, you got to have standards as a Buckeye. Have some I got my cup here full of Buckeyes. Got to have some standards here.
Why don't you eat a couple of those?
Because they're poisonous, right? Oh, aren't you just Mr. Nice? You want me to eat poisonous nuts? What are you typing now? World need Ryder needs no. It's you wish Ryder would eat a Buckeye. That's what you wish.
I'm done. I got to ask you this question. And by the way, I'm not really as fired up about the college stuff as you think I am. They probably did get it right. They got the 4 best
get it
teams
right. By the way, look at how nice that.
I do think it sucks though to go undefeated as a Power 5 team and not make the playoffs.
Yeah, it does. But guess what?
So they'll get it right next
year.
Go
for the 12-team playoff.
Yes, I agree.
For the 18 player, whatever the hell it was that they were going to do.
Next
time, vote for it. Then you won't have to bitch and complain that you got left out.
I'm not voting, so it doesn't matter. When we come back, Daryl, I need to ask you this question. Did you see Deshaun Watson at the game?
No, because I wasn't there.
Did you not watch on TV? We'll answer that next. It's always game day in Cleveland.